I'm Priya Balijepalli. I lead the Autodesk Impact team for India, and I'm based out of Bangalore. Generative design is a design exploration process. It's empowered by the human and machine collaboration. It goes by an algorithm that follows the form, the function, and the fabrication principles of manufacturing, giving the designer thousands of design iterations that are specific to the designer's problem. And we see that this as a process is evolving in terms of adoption. Its applications being multifold. We see the process being adopted largely within the manufacturing sector and also in the architecture and engineering space. Topology optimization being one of the many benefits. But when you look at how it is how it impacts your go-to-market process, it shortens the go-to-market process. It also helps you to a designer to work around various materials and also to help in product durability and process optimizations. So the multiple benefits of a generative design process is what is making the industry, both the established and also the new age innovators, the startups, adopt to it in a much faster rate. Globally, we've seen a lot of our Autodesk customers adopt at an early stage. To name a few, we have General Motors, who've used generative design to redesign their car seat belt bracket, right? It helped them basically reduce a 8-section part to a single section, and at the same time improve the durability of the product by 20%. A few others we have is Volkswagen, who've reinvented their wheel, and the Under Armour, the shoe company, which is looking at generative design to design and manufacture their shoes as well. So if I have to iterate clearly the 4 benefits of a generative design: topology optimization leading to a lightweighting of the product, process optimization, then we have product durability, and of course your all put together, it makes it a more sustainable process to bring your product out to the market at a faster rate, right? With these key benefits being looked at very extensively globally, we are also looking at India catching up on the trend. We have manufacturers, mostly from the automotive industry, who are looking at adopting generative design here in India. The Autodesk design and manufacturing solution, largely powered by the generative design, we are seeing the way things are being designed, things are being made and manufactured are changing. Basically, the way we work is changing, and people are looking at simplifying their entire design process, simplifying their manufacturing process, and automation plays a very key role in it. So unlike a popular belief that automation might lead to a job crisis, people might go out of jobs, we seeing a different trend within our customers where the people are looking at adopting new skill sets and embracing up automation to add more value to the work that they're doing. Like I mentioned, the way we work is changing, the way we manufacture things are changing. It adding to the situation globally and also regionally, there is a trend picking up in terms of the population. There are more people just growing up. Every day we are adding more people to the middle class, which means that our needs and demands for more products, more things are changing. And this is compelling people to manufacturers to look at how can they address the need for more with of course the limitation of less resources, but at the same time not compromise on the quality of the products. With this as a setup, they are looking, we see a trend of the industry adopting automation and design tools much more rapidly in addressing the growing demand, at the same time giving the best durable quality product out in the market. So it's generative design is as a concept is framed by it's a artificial intelligence AI powered tool. It's an AI powered which largely works on the same principles of any manufacturing, the form, frame, and functionality. So when a designer or an engineer is, unlike a conventional setup where it takes about 7 to 8 steps to come out with a product or a prototype, generative design enables the designer to kind of specify their design intent in terms of what are the parameters in terms of form or in terms of manufacturing capabilities. And then the machine helps them to choose amongst the thousands of product iterations. And the designer is then doing his best to pick the right solution that would address the problem. So in this way, what happens is the designer or the engineer is empowered to take the right decision, yeah, and address the problem on hand at a much faster rate. In terms of skill sets, it's not different than what they already have, but then the generative design adds value to what they are actually doing as a designer and an engineer. Well, what we have seen is when you're looking at the industry trends, we're looking at who's adopting. When you have companies like the Social Hardware or any company which is looking at creating a social impact, right? We see them adopting generative design at a much early stage. For instance, some of the early stage companies or startups that we work with, they have a challenge of reducing the cost on the product, reducing the cost of manufacturing or prototyping. And generative design gives them those, completely empowers them to address those challenges in a much easier and a collaborative way. Well, with the way I say that design is the first step towards experience, and Autodesk as a 3D software company, we are out here to enable our customers to take their first step in a very strong way. The outlook, what we see is that we are looking at more of our customers, more of the designers and engineers adopting generative design and 3D technologies at a much earlier stage. And we see that the trend is picking up and is the repercussions across the sectors.